Let me see what's going on here. Hold on one second. What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the Progressive Action TV show. I'm your host, Tramel Thompson, and we're going to have one heck of a show today. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, as always. I got a lot of stuff to talk about. And guess what? The phone lines are working tonight. So you could call in live 563-999-3714. You could donate to the channel via Cash App, $ Progressive Action 100. Most importantly, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe no matter what platform that you're watching me on. Now, y'all see the title of the show, Diddy Apology, MTA bus operator assault. Y'all seen that fight on the bus yet? We're going to discuss it. And we're going to talk about some fraudulent union reps, man. We're going to talk about some fraudulent union reps. But what I need for everyone to do, I need for all you guys to go and share out the show. Share out the show right now. Take 60 seconds. Share out the show. We're going to be live and lit today. The first thing that I would like to talk about. Did you guys see this? Attention, high school juniors, seniors, and college freshmen. We're going to talk about what the union is doing. They want to start a summer internship program at the Union Hall, right? Now it says TWU Local 100 takes pride in offering an internship opportunity exclusively for the sons and daughters of TWU Local 100 members in good standing. Would you like to find out how a major labor union works from the inside? We represent New York's transit workers, buses, subway, tour buses, and school buses. Interns will get hands-on learning and experience of behind-the-scenes operations of one of the largest unions in New York City. The internship lasts from June 17th through August 30th, 2024, and will be located at the Local 100 Union Hall at 195 Montague Street. I'm going to be the first to tell you, you will be a fool to let your kids, especially your daughters, go work up there at that Union Hall. You'll be absolutely foolish with all of these scandals going around. You got the president, sexual harassment. Yeah, there's another lawsuit, sexual harassment lawsuit. Like I said, I'm just waiting. I'm waiting. You got the president, according to the lawsuit, beating up his ex-bus operator girlfriend. You got all these scandals and map stow of pay to play, quid pro quo. When I put this flyer up, I'm not going to repeat some of the things that was said, but they said some of these, I'm not even going to repeat it. I'm not even going to repeat that. But you will be foolish to allow your daughter to go work up there at that Union Hall with the president currently being sued, not once, but twice, for sexual harassment and gender-motivated violence. You will be foolish to allow that. That would be actually crazy. As a parent, you go up there and allow that. In more news, you have crazy things happening on the buses. The buses are starting to look more and more like the subways. It's looking more and more like the subways. Now I want to play this video for you guys, and then we're going to discuss it. Check it out. Wild, crazy video. A guy, I don't know, it was a grown man, what looked like he was self-pleasuring himself on the bus, right? I guess someone told the bus operator, and the bus operator, look, just stay away from him, go on your trip, and let's keep it pushing, right? See, what people don't understand is that sometimes when you report things and there's no enforcement, there's no police, and there's nobody there, it actually puts the worker in danger, right? And guess what? The MTA, they talk all this, they say, oh, we care about your safety, we care about this, we care about that. They don't care about that because they actions show that they do not care. Now, believe it or not, I'm gonna tell you how much the MTA care. The last time I posted a video on a train of a guy going up to a woman, it was recorded, went and masturbated and ejaculated on her face. Guess what the MTA did to me? The MTA decided to write me up for reporting it on my show. Listen, it's about the workers. It's about the workers, and it's about the riders. The workers ride the train to get to work, dad all that other stuff. If it's unsafe, I'm going to report it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. If it's unsafe and it has something to do with safety, I am going to report it. I want to show you guys. Now, I got 2 more videos to show you guys of craziness that's happening on the buses. Check this video out.
Oh! 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 Oh!
Wild crazy. Wild crazy. Wild crazy. See, things like this need to show more and more stuff like this because nothing is going to deter these kids from doing stupidity on these buses, right? And guess who gets in trouble? The workers. When something happens, somebody get hurt on your bus, somebody get hurt on your train, the workers get in trouble. The MTA is not doing, I would say that they're not doing anything as far as I understand. But one thing's for sure, they are not doing enough to deter the bus silliness. Now, check out this craziness. These kids are getting more and more and more challenging on these buses, on these trains. It's literally out of control. Literally out of control. I just don't get. I just don't get it. Like they are getting more and more and more out of control when it comes to doing these tricks, doing these stunts. They doing it on the train. They doing it on the buses. I've never seen that on a bus going across the bridge. Looked like it was in the Bronx somewhere. But they are becoming more and more and more daring on these vehicles, for sure. Quick reminder, anybody watching right now, the phone lines are open. You could call in live 563-999-3714. If you're watching, like, share, subscribe. I don't care which platform that you're watching on. I forgot to do this right here. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care which platform you're watching on. Like, share, subscribe, right? Now, everybody in subways, I need for you guys to pay attention. I've seen this posted online, and I feel that I need to talk about how the MTA plan on cracking down on you for making a simple mistake. For making a simple mistake, the MTA is going to come for your job. They are planning on disciplining you. Now, this is what I've seen, and I'm going to read this to you guys. It says, many of you have questioned the current practice in which all incidents require corrective action are sent to labor relations as an incident cover sheet has been prepared, submitted, recommending further action and inappropriate discipline. In the past, there was no consistency amongst managers regarding the recommendations of discipline. The current practice was originally initiated to ensure transparency and the uniform application of discipline for all. To be clear, I continue to affirm our current practice. However, I want to institute the following parameters to define a reinstruction can be issued. Now, think about this. This is when the reinstruction can be issued. Leave and reverse a key engaged after vacating the cab. The first incident verified via database with no major delay. Alert of violation. Shuttle switch manipulation. Station overrun. BIE with the dead man. Delays due to mistakes with reading a supplement or schedule card. Now, what they're doing is that, I want to make this clear. What they're doing is, if you make a mistake one time, they're letting it slide. After that, you're getting disciplined. Now, in the past, this is how it used to work. Managers could give reinstructions multiple times, right? You could get a reinstruction for anything multiple times, right? Now, you only get one chance. You only get one reinstruction on a minor offense. If you do any one of these more than one time, even if it's no detriment to the service is not affected, they want you to be disciplined now. Now, from what I understand, this is a higher up manager. I don't think that it was said on the what's the name, but I'm gonna tell you this. They are looking to discipline us at every chance that they get. Every chance that they get. They don't care. You make a mistake, they're coming for your job. No matter how minor it is, no matter if it don't affect service, they don't care. Now, ironically, they want to police hourlies like this. They want to police the rank and file like this. The actual discrepancies come with upper management. You have managers making grave mistakes out in the field, and depending on if you in a go along, get along gang or the old boys network, you don't get discipline, or your discipline is served up under the rug. That's where the discrepancies lie. It don't lie within the rank and file. Well, I'm quite sure that it does, but why not institute transparent discipline all throughout the system? So for everybody in subways, remember, I think this is pretty new. Like I said, I've seen it online. I decided to take it and talk about it on the show. If you make a minor mistake, you only get one pass. That's it. They coming for you. That's it. Let's get into some. Oh, this is very interesting right here, people. This is very, 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 very interesting. Very interesting. We're gonna get into some Diddy news, and then we're gonna get into some Richard Davis news. Let's talk about it. Let's listen to that. Did y'all hear that Diddy apology today? Did y'all hear it? Let's listen to the Diddy apology. Check it out.
Difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life. Sometimes you got to do that. I was fucked up. I mean, I hit rock bottom. But I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy and go into rehab. I had to ask God for his mercy and grace. so sorry. But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry.
That apology, if you ask me, was straight out of a Tubi movie. I mean, it didn't seem sincere. And let's be clear, right? He's only apologizing because he got caught. If that video would not have never surfaced of him putting literally hands and feet on Cassie, he wouldn't be apologizing. In fact, what Puffy did was that he put out a statement saying that everything being said about him is a lie. Right? Now, I don't want to focus too much on the Diddy thing, but I want to point something out to you guys, right? Because as we spoke about in the beginning of the show, Richard Davis has a gender-motivated violence lawsuit against him. I think it's in state court. Then he has another lawsuit regarding sexual harassment. But what I want to say is that Richard Davis' victim, Nicole Hecker, was very active on social media speaking on the Diddy situation. I want to point out to you guys what she said. So a woman named Elaine B gave a statement about, the Diddy video being so triggering, and, she only watched it once, and, she never watching it again. And, it's triggering for a lot of women seeing that video. And it obviously was triggering for Nicole Hecker. She said, "I share in your disgust, Elaine B. Thank you for speaking out and taking a stance on violence against women, cowardice abusers, and their supporters. Amongst many other things, you are appreciated." She also posted in her stories, which I found very interesting. She was playing in Notorious Big. I guess she put that as the music for the story. And there's a picture that says F Diddy. And then she added her own comment and said, "and Davis," right? So not only is Diddy triggering, and this whole video of him putting hands and feet on Cassie in a hotel, it's triggering for women who went through abuse, period, including Miss Hecker at the hands of Richard Davis, right? So when you parents out there is thinking about bringing your kids as interns inside a union hall with a president with those allegations of gender-motivated violence, sexual harassment, it shows that you guys do not care about what he did. Right now, I'm figuring that he's going to cop out. Richie is going to cop out. Richie is going to make a deal because he will be foolish to take this to trial, especially the second lawsuit. Because I believe that person, when they hired an investigator, they said that it wasn't sexual harassment because he dated her in the past. A judge go see through that. That's not what the law says. That's not what the law says. So, it's gonna be pretty crazy. Now, let me see. I want to talk about the bus fight. Did you guys see that the bus fight between a bus operator and a woman on the bus? It looked like it happened in the Bronx or whatever the case is. I want to play this video because I put it on my social media, and I don't understand how. Well, let me play the video and then we discuss it after. Check it out.
Fuck out of here! You pussy, bitch! You pussy! All right, so what's up? What's up?
Swing!
What's up?
Swing!
What's up?
We on the bus.
What's up?
Swing!
What's up?
Swing! Oh, I want you to swing! Swing! You go swing!
You behind the door, bitch!
Swing.
And there's mad cameras on this bus. Get off this bus! Get off this bus!
Swing.
Get off this bus!
Swing.
Yo, bro, do you see this bitch? Get off this bus! All right. Swing. Swing.
We want to go home.
Yes, bitch. Open the door. You wasted my time, bitch. Open the door. You wasted my time, bitch. Open the door. Open the fucking door.
Oh.
This bitch is wasting my time. Open the door.
Back doors is open. Back doors is open. Back doors is open. Back doors is open. Go through the back. You want to come in? Go through the back.
Ma'am, open the door.
The doors are open. It's open. Open the door.
Open the front door.
No. No, she's not going to throw nothing at me and run. She's going to do it right here.
I didn't throw shit at you,
No,
bitch.
but see, your mouth
I
is
didn't
big.
throw shit at you,
I
bitch.
experience some.
I didn't throw shit at you, bitch. You're mad. Let me out.
Go
Let me out. I'm not going to do
Open the
that.
back.
I'm not.
Go through the
I'm
back.
not. I guess we're going to stand here all day.
Go through the back.
I guess we're
Go
going to
through
stand
the
here all
back.
day. Now you're about to piss everybody
No,
off.
I'm not. Go to the next back. Go to the back. Go to the back. Go to the back.
Open the door.
Go to the back. The door's open.
No, it's not. I cannot get through all these people, bitch. Open the
You
door.
made your way from the stairs up here. You're going to go through the back.
Yo, y'all gonna let me do to the back so I can get out?
That's a felony. Watch my kid. Watch my kid. Watch my kid. Oh, God. Move, baby. Move. Come on, girl. Look. It's not worth it. You got it, Mom. You got it, Mom. Please. It's not worth it, Mom. Please. I'm sorry you have to go through that shit. That's crazy. Please, Mom. Listen, it's not worth it. She did. Brayden, sit down, Brayden. Sit back. She coming back to the front. Come, Brayden, get your bag and come on, because she's not going to move this bus. Calm down, please.
I feel like the bus operator was 100% justified. She did not want to let that lady out the front door. I don't care if it was she looked kind of young, but she assaulted the bus operator at the end of the day, right? Got to make better choices. She didn't want to let her out the front of the bus because she thought that the girl was going to throw whatever she's going to throw at her and run out the front door, right? So she tried to mitigate the whole entire situation and say, hey, just leave out the back door. Now, if the girl would have left out the back door, everything would have been everything. Everything would have been everything. The girl just was going through the back door, double back, splashed the bus operator, and the bus operator defended herself. Now, one thing that bothers me out of this whole situation, right? This whole situation, what bothers me is that the passengers on the bus is in defense of the bus operator. But when I posted this video in my Facebook group, our own coworkers was on the side of the person that splashed the bus operator. Now, trust me, if the bus operator was wrong, those passengers would have let the bus operator have it. And what this also says to me is that we got to remember, what's recorded does not always show what started the incident, right? We don't know what started the incident. We have no idea. But whatever it was, I don't think nobody disagreed with the bus operator's actions. I feel that the bus operator was 100% justified in defending themselves because guess what? The MTA do not care about our safety. It's all a joke. Y'all know the old adage, action speaks louder than words. The MTA do not care about our safety. And to the people saying that she was wrong, and as co-workers, you don't hear nobody on that bus saying that that woman was wrong for defending herself. But you look inside the comments on Facebook, she's wrong. I mean, you cannot make this up. Now, I don't know when this incident happened, right? But I want to say this to the union. These are the incidences where the president of the union need to get involved and contact that bus operator. I really wonder what the union is doing in this situation. Are they helping her? Are they taking a stance of what the people are saying in the comments? Because when is enough going to be enough? We are not punching bags because we wear MTA logo. We don't come to work to be verbally abused. No, it's not a part of our job. Do not let them gaslight you and say, well, it's a part of the job. No, it's not. Being a punching bag, being verbally abused, getting spit on, getting liquids thrown on you is not a part of the job. And if it is, why aren't we being paid hazard pay? Why isn't this being listed on the application that, hey, you may get spit on, you may get water, coffee, tea, soda thrown at you, you may get a brick thrown on your window? Why aren't these things listed on the application so people could see exactly what they're getting themselves into? We do not come to work to be punching bags under any circumstance. And like I said, people don't really be mad at us because they don't know us. They be mad at that logo because the MTA is always doing derelict things. The workers don't control the schedules. The workers don't decide what buses is going to skip stops and things of that nature. People don't understand that operators and cleaners and employees of all type, especially front-facing employees, are under tremendous stress from supervision alone. Forget about the passengers. They're up under tremendous stress. And nobody seemed to care. So yeah, you want to know what? If this bus operator is getting disciplined, we should all stand with her. Nobody don't come to work saying, I'm going to fight a passenger today. Nobody don't come to work saying that. We don't come to work for that. So something needs to be done. I hope that the union is standing with this bus operator, because if they not, it's a tragedy. The union president, Richie Davis, Mr. Gender Motivated Violence, Mr. Sexual Harasser, according to this other lawsuit, he got to get his act together. I hope he contacted her. Let me see what's next. Oh, and speaking, this is all workplace violence. And speaking of workplace violence, I don't know how we missed this, but guess what? They wanted us to miss it. Check out this document that was sent to me. So PESH, the PESH, the Public Employee Relations Board, Department of Labor, right, got involved because the MTA is not addressing workplace violence properly. Why would they keep this information away from us? Now I'm going to read what it says. This is going to be very interesting. I need for everyone to listen very carefully. On or about January 27th, 2022, the New York State Department of Labor, Public Employee Safety and Health Bureau received several media referrals of safety and health hazards involving workplace violence carried out against MTA New York City Transit employees. Alleged hazards include, but are not limited to, assaults, acts of violence, and or other aggressive behavior to MTA employees. Please see links below. Those are the links of the incidences that was mentioned in this document. What it says: MTA worker assaulted at Times Square. MTA conductor pepper sprayed. Conductor sprayed with unknown liquid. Conductor whacked with stick at New York City subway station. I don't know what this is. I don't know what that one is. Let me see what this is. Drunken banker suspended from job after attack. We all remember that. So it also says we have not determined whether the hazards as alleged exist at your workplace, and we do not intend to conduct an inspection at this time. However, since allegations of workplace violence have been made, we request that you immediately investigate the alleged workplace violence incidents and take any necessary corrective actions. Let me go to the next page. Please advise me in writing no later than 10 business days from receipt of this letter of the results of your investigation. We ask that you provide supporting statements, documentation of your findings, including corrective action taken to prevent or reduce the alleged incidents where work is performed. Any relevant photographs, video material, records, which you believe will be helpful, as well as a description of any corrective action you have taken or are in process of taking, including any previously corrected conditions relative to these workplace violence incidents. If corrections are required and cannot be made immediately, please advise this office of the time you will need to make the corrections by indicating a specific abatement date. Include in the notification any interim measures you will take to protect the employees until the conditions are completely corrected. After the corrections are completed, please provide a detailed description of the final abatement as indicated above. It is our goal to assure hazards are properly identified and eliminated. Please take immediate corrective action where needed. We encourage employee participation in investigating and responding to any alleged hazard. If we do not receive a response from you by February 14th, 2023, indicating what appropriate action has been taken or that no hazard exists and why, a PESH inspection will be conducted. An inspection may include, but not limited to, examination of injury and illness records, hazard communication, personal protective equipment, emergency action or response, bloodborne pathogen exposure, confined space entry, lockout, log, tag out, and related safety and health issues. New York State Department of Labor PESH offers consultation services without charge to assist in resolving all occupational safety and health issues. To discuss or request the consultation services, please contact me directly via phone. You are requested to post a copy of this letter where it will be readily accessible for review by all of your employees, and return a copy of the signed certificate of posting to this office. In addition, you are requested to provide a copy of this letter in your response to representatives of effective unions and or safety committees if these are at your facility. Failure to do this may also result in an on-site inspection. The PESH Act provides protection for employees against discrimination because of their involvement in protected safety and health-related activity. If you have any questions concerning this matter, please contact this office via the call, the cell phone, or email above. Your personal support and interest in the safety and health of your employees is appreciated. Now, you know what I find very interesting in this? Two things. They said that it must be an abatement. How can you put an abatement for violence? The MTA have no answer to workplace violence on the property. Not only that, let me get back to that other part. Let me see. it says that the union should have had a copy of this, right? Now, this paper, this document was put out well before the contract was negotiated. It's obvious that we have a problem with safety on the job, and the Department of Labor is basically saying that also. Why didn't the union do a better job at securing hazard pay for us just off of the assaults alone on the job regarding our safety? The union, Richie Davis, dropped the ball again. And not only that, the PESH Act provides protection for employees against discrimination because of their involvement in protected safety and health-related activity. Guess what the MTA wrote me up for? Guess what they wrote me up for? Safety, protected safety and health activity. The MTA is in some serious trouble. I mean, I think that they want me going so bad. I think they just want me to sue, have my lawyer put in a demand letter, and probably give me like some money so I never have to come back here again. Right? I think that's what they want. Because PESH basically says, matter of fact, MTA, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to send my write-up to PESH and say that you guys discriminated against me, against my protected activity of reporting incidents in the subway regarding safety and health. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Man, this place is out of control, man. This place is out of control on all levels, from the union to the MTA. Like they are out of control. Now y'all see the latter half of the title of the show called Fraud. It says Fraud Union Reps. And there's no bigger fraud besides Richie Davis. I mean, there's a lot of, what am I talking about? What am I talking about? There's a lot of frauds, union frauds. But one of the top frauds in this union, his name is Donald Yates. He literally committed fraud. We're gonna touch on that. Donald Yates has an issue. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find. I need to find that video that he let me upload this video right here, because I'm gonna start there, and I'm gonna take y'all through a little journey of how fraudulent Donald Yates is, how much he whistleblows the management to say, hey, you need to check in on my members. They not doing the right thing. We're going to talk about how I'm quite sure Donald Yates is cool to hang out with, cool to have he loves, you go through his Facebook, he loves to have a drink. I'm quite sure he's quite cool to have a drink with. But when it comes to union representation and learning about this internet, Donald Yates is one of the worst union reps probably in the history of Local 100 when it comes to these things. I want to remind you guys that the phone lines are open. 563-999-3714. You can donate via Cash App, $ Progressive Action 100. If you're watching via Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, like, share, subscribe to the channel. Listen, I'm about to break Yates all the way down. All the way down for you guys. I got some new information. And this is going to blow you guys' minds away. It's not really new information. It's old information. But I'm going to summarize why he's a fraudulent rep. Let's start with the video he posted the other day talking about Map Store is under attack. Check it out.
Good morning. Donald Yates checking in at Gun Hill Depot. Let me first start off by saying that it's very unfortunate that people want to focus and target Matt Stower and put us in the limelight as if we're bad citizens, that folks prey on other folks around here. It's an absolute false and a description of it's a narrative that is just totally false and terrible to say about your union. Now, in every walk of life, there is some good and there's some bad, right? Just like when you talk about the police, there's some good police officers and there's some bad police officers. But one thing I want to make clear: every union officer who comes into work and work in this system, the transit system, we come here with good intentions, and we come in here to work and fight for our people. Now, obviously, while we fight for our people, we have to be involved in politics and elections. And with being involved in politics and elections comes mudslinging and saying inappropriate things, right? Inappropriate things that can affect people's lives, livelihoods, even their status with their marriages and so on and so forth. But I'm here at Gun Hill today because I'm here to support Gun Hill, and I'm here to put it out here and talking to these people in here. What they're trying to say about this depot is an absolute false. Get your facts straight.
I want to make it clear. Donald Yates is not the beacon of truth when it comes to TWU Local 100. He is not the beacon of truth. He's the furthest thing away from that. And I'm going to start walking this down for you guys. How many people remember this? TWU official aligned with Samuelson hit for petition forgery. Yes. Donald Yates committing fraud in union elections. And just because he was down with the ruling class, Samuelson Stand United, they did not disqualify him from the election. He should have been disqualified. In any other election where there's fraud being committed in your court, you pay a consequence. So we have this honest guy named Donald Yates committing petition forgery, fraud. Let me tell you guys something else that Yates did in the past. And it's regarding the 2005 strike. Now, Roger Toussaint always said that it was Donald Yates and crew in Map Store, some people in Map Store, who was undermining him in the strike. And I have the document to that. Donald Yates co-signed a letter issued on 12/21/2005, the second day of the 2005 strike. Yates' signature appeared in the third column, third line down. Once again, this management package or final offer called for Tier 6 pension consisting of a 6% employee contribution and an age 62 retirement. I highlighted Donald Yates' name. And in the letter, it undermined the strike. At that time, Roger Toussaint was also fighting against Tier 6. And Donald Yates was a part of a crew who undermined the strike. This is straight scab material. 1,000,000,000,000%. So picture you in the most important fight of your union life, and you got someone like Donald Yates signing a name on a letter, basically telling Roger to wave the white flag. Let's rethink this. What's all of this about? I'm standing by my president. What Donald Yates loved to say. Why didn't he stand next to Roger Toussaint in one of the most important fights in labor history regarding Local 100? Not only that, y'all favorite rep, Donald Yates, told management this.
Everything else has a domino effect. We don't come to work. We go out on comp. Some for good reason. Some we know we just don't want to be out here, so we find another way. It can affect our jobs. It can affect our income and our level of being able to earn later on. So we got to be mindful of that. And I'm not saying by no means that if you're injured that you shouldn't go out on injury on duty, but what you shouldn't do is be fraudulent about it. You shouldn't, because it'll hurt you in the end. We're here to look out for the people, to make sure that everybody is fed, everybody eats, everybody earns. That's our job, to make sure everybody eats, everybody is fed, and everybody earns.
You want to know why management controverts so many of our workers' comp cases? It's because of statements like Donald Yates. That is not something that you go on video and put on social media and tell the whole entire world that some of us go out on comp, some for good reasons, some because we just don't want to be here. So we find other ways. What union rep in a right mind goes on the internet and tell management that, hey, you know, my members go out on comp for bad reason? Who does that? How insane is that coming from a union rep? And you guys trust in him? He literally said, some of y'all go out on comp for good reasons, some because y'all simply don't want to be here. Donald Yates, why don't you just go take them down to 2 Broadway or take them down into the boss office next? Because there's no difference than what you said right there online and you going down there and just walking the workers into the boss office or 2 Broadway. Why would you say that? And us as members, we want to know why the MTA is controverting so many of our cases. It's because of statements like Donald Yates. He goes on the internet and blurb and blab about things he should not be talking about on the internet. Picture a mafia crime boss going to social media and say, hey, you know, and they still in the mafia. They still acting in the mafia. Say, hey, you know, sometimes we kill people for good reasons. They deserve it. And sometimes we just kill them because we just want to kill them for the fun of it. We kill them because, hey, I just want to wake up and kill somebody today. That's snitching. You're not supposed to say none of it. No, workers go out on comp because we are injured. There's no other way to look at it. I want y'all to listen to that again. Check it out.
Everything else has a domino effect. We don't come to work. We go out on comp. Some for good reason. Some we know we just don't want to be out here, so we find another way. It can affect our jobs. It can affect our income and our level of being able to earn later on. So we got to be mindful of that. And
people, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm not done yet. Not done yet. Let's look at this pretty wild statement that he said online. Donald Yates is insane. During Black History Month, and this was in 2021, Yates said that Black managers are practicing reverse racism on Sean Battaglia. You can't make this up, people. You cannot make this up. Reverse racism on Sean Battaglia. Yates, I would love for you to make a video explaining that. And you did that on Black History Month in 2021. Yates is the worst thing to happen to this union. He's if he's not number one, he's number two. If he's not number one, he's number two. I mean, there's so much stuff I could have pulled up on him when he first became the VP of Map Stoa. Oh, all of a sudden, the whole casket situation, I think that was at Gun Hill. Oh, you know, the casket and this. Lord have mercy. But I want to put Claude Marshall onto game. Donald Yates, see, he thinks that he's slicker than everyone else. He thinks that he's smarter. What's that show? Smarter than a 12-year-old, 7-year-old, something like that. He thinks that he's smarter than a 7-year-old, which he's not. He posted a picture of Marshall. No caption. He tagged the depot and made it look like as if Marshall was not doing anything. Right? He made it seem as if Marshall was not doing anything. You would never see a picture like that of Sean Battaglia. You would not see a picture like that of Richard Davis. You would not see a picture of any one of them who he's busting buddies with. You would not see that. It's very strange that he posted that picture of Marshall giving the impression like he was not working. And it's evident that they don't really mess with Marshall like that. This is a fact. Marshall, I believe someone told me he's like number one and number two in Map Store. How did y'all bypass Marshall for vice president and give it to Yates? He undermined the strike. He told management that workers go out on comp, some for good, some for bad reasons. He committed election fraud. He said Sean Battaglia is being reverse racism. There's no such thing as reverse racism. What else he got going on? He said, oh, you know, one breath, there's no pay for play up in Map Stoa. And then the next breath, you know, not everybody is 100. Yates don't know up from down, left from right. But for some reason, they bypassed Marshall to give it to Yates, someone who snitches on members blatantly. And he thinks that he's doing the right thing. He really thinks that he's doing the right thing. And the only reason he gets away with what he gets away with is because the members do not hold him accountable. This guy is at least number 2 worst rep in the union, because he don't understand the damage that he does. And I don't understand why somebody didn't tell him, Yates, stay off the internet. Stay off the internet. But I find it strange he took that picture of Marshall and did that. And for what I understand is that Mapstower 2 is not, they don't really mess with Richie and Yates. That's why Yates is trying to put on his cape and say, hey, Gun Hill, I got y'all. I'm gonna do these videos. I'm gonna stand up. Man, they don't mess with you up there. You trying to get favor with them so bad. So bad that you tried to subliminally throw Marshall up under the bus. And Marshall, I advise you to watch your 6. Watch your back. Yates is up to something. Yates think he's slicker than a can of paint. This is, I don't get how y'all, I don't get how people don't see this. It's pretty evident, man. This guy, these guys, Richie Davis, Donald Yates, probably the 2 worst reps to ever hit this union, period. And they black men. Well, Richie think black Americans are lazy. He's black West Indian. I guess he's a workhorse. I don't know what Yates is, to be honest. I don't know if is Yates black. I don't know. But they can't be trusted. They cannot be trusted. Cannot be trusted. What rep goes out there and tell management that your members go out on comp for good reasons, some because they just don't want to be here? And we want to know why our workers' comp is being controverted every turn that we get. I'm going to leave y'all with that. Now, look, I was supposed to do an interview today, but it was so much stuff going on. To be honest, this evening, I couldn't make the call to arrange it. But sometime this week or next week, I'm going to start knocking down these interviews, and they talking about Mapstower and the things that's going on. So they basically going to contradict everything that Davis is saying. And some people just don't know when to stay off the damn internet. Yates, I'm telling you, stay off the internet. You causing yourself more harm than good. You causing the members more harm than good. Facts. Stay off the internet. And for those who's watching, if you're watching on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to the channel. Like, share. If you're watching on Twitter, retweet. You're watching on Facebook, hit that like button. Share out this video. This information is super important. We are not going to allow them to be corrupt in peace. I'll catch you guys later.